Welcome back to the channel, Party Popper. Today, we're going to explore the top 4 most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins on the market. These quarters are not just everyday change. They hold hidden treasures when it comes to rare errors, dirty conditions, and unique silver shades or color variations. Over the years, these coins have become major players in the coin collecting and investing world. These rare Washington quarters are more than just pieces of history. They're some of the most valuable coin collectors are hunting for today. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is for you. Backhand index pointing right. Let's get started with coin number 1. The 1979 Washington quarter with a D mint mark is not just an ordinary coin, but in certain rare cases, it has captured the imagination of collectors and treasure seekers. Struck at the Denver Mint, this quarter was part of the ongoing legacy of the Washington series that began in 1932, honoring the nation's first president. While millions were produced for circulation, the unique variations, errors, and unusual compositions associated with certain 1979 quarters have created a sense of mystery that places them among the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. When paired with myths and market rumors about silver strikes or rare minting accidents, a darkly toned or unusual specimen can transform a simple 25-cent piece into a story worth millions. Many collectors who stumble upon a 1979 D quarter in tarnished or dirty condition fail to realize that the appearance of such coins can sometimes be a disguise hiding their true worth. Dirt-heavy toning or unusual patina may not decrease the value, but in fact elevate it, as toning patterns can be unique and desirable. In rare cases, experts say coins can surface from hoards or hidden collections showing we're from decades of storage, yet still possessing rare traits like silver composition or striking anomalies. To hold such a coin is to hold not just metal, but a piece of history with the power to change fortunes overnight. The silver coin rumors linked to 1979 quarters add to their mythical aura. Officially, quarters from 1965 onward were minted from a copper-nickel-clad composition, but stories persist of rare silver planchets mistakenly struck with 1979 dies. If authenticated, such a discovery would be considered a minting miracle. Imagine having in your hand what appears to be a simple quarter, only to learn it was struck on silver, a metal that immediately transforms its value from cents to potentially millions. This possibility keeps treasure hunters scanning every detail of their 1979 D quarters. Collectors know that mint errors can be more valuable than gold itself. A double strike, a broad strike, or an off-center strike from the 1979 D series could place the coin into the ranks of the extraordinary. When combined with the already captivating story of its silver rumors, such coins fetch astronomical sums. A coin that escapes the mint with both an error and an unusual composition becomes a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. A coin no auction house could resist, and one that could single-handedly turn its owner into a billionaire overnight. History gives these coins even deeper significance. The late 1970s were a time of transition in America, with inflation, energy crises, and cultural shifts shaping the nation. Quarters minted during this period were not simply tokens of commerce, but silent witnesses to history. To hold a 1979 D quarter is to imagine all the hands it may have passed through: a store clerk's till, a vending machine, a child's pocket money. But when that very coin happens to be a rare minting error or silver strike, it becomes not just a participant in history, but a legend in it. What truly makes these coins so captivating is their unpredictability. A coin found at the bottom of a drawer, overlooked for decades, could hold unimaginable value. Collectors often speak of stories where coins were dismissed as worthless pocket change until carefully inspected under magnification. That one careful glance can reveal doubling die cracks or evidence of silver composition, suddenly transforming the coin into a treasure. For the lucky finder, that moment is life-changing, the instant realization that a small disc of metal could open the gates of wealth. The marketplace for such coins thrives on passion, mystery, and demand. Auction houses, private collectors, and investors circle rare specimens like hawks. The excitement of bidding wars drives prices upward into the millions, particularly when a coin carries both rarity and story. A 1979 D quarter in silver with a unique strike or dark natural patina, could ignite a frenzy. The allure lies not only in the metal, but in the narrative. This coin, forgotten and ordinary in appearance, hides a potential to rewrite someone's destiny. For those who own a 1979 D quarter in darkened or dirty condition, the advice is clear. Do not dismiss it. That dirt could simply be decades of history clinging to its surface. Before parting with such a coin, one must seek expert evaluation, as its true identity could lie beneath layers of time. Too many fortunes have been lost by those who sold their coins too cheaply, unaware that what they had was rarer than diamonds. Patience and knowledge are the keys to unlocking its fortune. The dream of becoming a billionaire overnight may sound like fantasy, yet in the world of numismatics, it is very real. One coin, one rare strike, one unique composition can ignite that transformation. When placed on the auction block, the humble 1979 D quarter could astonish the world by commanding prices in the tens of millions. In today's unpredictable market, rarity and story are king, and this coin has the power to deliver both an extraordinary measure. Beyond money, owning such a coin grants its holder entry into a legacy of discovery and preservation. It becomes responsibility as much as a fortune, a duty to safeguard a piece of history that will outlive us all. Each rare coin tells a story not just of minting, but survival, chance, and serendipity. When you possess such a piece, you do not merely own it. You become its guardian, its storyteller, its bridge between past and future. The aura of the 1979 D Washington quarter lies in its dual identity, a common coin in everyday commerce and a potential treasure in numismatic lore. That duality keeps collectors awake at night, searching, hoping, and dreaming of finding the next great rarity. Its ordinary face belies its extraordinary possibilities, reminding us that sometimes the most life-changing treasures hide in plain sight. So if you hold a 1979 D Washington quarter, especially one with silver shine beneath a dark patina, pause before you dismiss it. In that tiny piece of metal lies a universe of potential. It could be the key to unimaginable wealth, the story that makes headlines, the coin that redefines your destiny. Handle it with reverence, because it may just be the treasure capable of turning you into a billionaire overnight, rewriting your life with a single stroke of numismatic magic. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar coin of 1967, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most intriguing and mysterious issues in a long history of United States coinage. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary quarter, something that would have passed to the hands of millions of Americans during the bustling 1960s. Yet beneath its silver-colored surface lies a story filled with history, economic change, and the potential for unimaginable value in today's collector market. For those who hold one of these coins, especially in its rarest forms or in unusual conditions, the dream of overnight fortune is not far-fetched. The year 1967 was a turbulent one for American coinage. The United States Mint was in the midst of a transition, moving away from traditional silver content and introducing coins made with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This shift was due to the rising cost of silver, which had made the continued production of silver coins unsustainable. The 1967 Washington quarter carried no mint mark at all, regardless of where it was struck, as a deliberate move by the mint to discourage hoarding and speculative collecting during this transitional era. That small omission of a mint mark is today a badge of history, setting these coins apart from almost every other issue in the quarter's long run. For many collectors, the charm of the 1967 Washington quarter lies in its dual nature. It is both common and rare, ordinary and extraordinary. In circulated condition, millions exist, and their value hovers close to face value. But in specific conditions, such as uncirculated, proof-like strikes, or coins that carry fascinating minting errors, their worth skyrockets. Imagine holding what seems like a simple quarter, only to discover that its grade, strike, or condition places among coins worth tens of thousands, even millions, in today's feverish collector's market. Some 1967 quarters are believed to have been struck on leftover silver planchets from the earlier issues, a possibility that ignites tremendous excitement among coin experts. These accidental silver strikes are legendary, for they represent a bridge between two eras, the fading silver coinage of the past and the new base metal era of the future. A single confirmed silver 1967 quarter in pristine condition could fetch unimaginable sums at auction, easily transforming an unsuspecting coin owner into a millionaire overnight. The beauty of the 1967 Washington quarter also lies in its story of survival. Many of these coins bear the marks of daily life. Scratches, wear, and tarnish picked up as they circulated through the vibrant American economy of the late 60s. Yet even in dirty or heavily worn condition, certain examples with rare errors or historical anomalies can turn out to be priceless. A misstrike, a double die, or a planchet flaw can take what appears to be a battered, ordinary coin and elevate it to the status of a collector's crown jewel. Imagine this. A quarter that once bought a candy bar or a newspaper in 1967 could today command the price of a mansion or an entire luxury estate. That is a staggering power of numismatics, the ability of history, rarity, and human fascination to imbue a humble piece of metal with unimaginable value. The 1967 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how fortune can rest unnoticed in the palm of your hand or hidden at the bottom of a jar of change. Collectors and investors alike have been captivated by the possibility that hidden among the countless millions of ordinary 1967 quarters are a handful of extraordinary treasures. Auction houses whisper stories of record-breaking sales. Private collectors seek out the finest specimens with intensity, and treasure hunters comb through rolls of coins in search of that one elusive piece that could change everything. If you possess such a coin, even without realizing its true nature, you hold in your hand the key to a fortune waiting to be unlocked. The cultural significance of the Washington quarter only adds to its allure. Featuring the dignified profile of George Washington on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse, it carries with the spirit of patriotism and history. In 1967, during a time of great change in America, this coin was a silent witness to everything from civil rights marches to the dawn of the space age. Owning a 1967 quarter, especially one with rare qualities, is like holding a time capsule of that transformative era. For those who doubt its potential value, consider this. The coin market has repeatedly proven that rarity and demand can push prices into the stratosphere. From pennies that have sold for over $1 million to quarters that have shocked the world at auction, history has shown that coins once considered pocket change can become life-changing treasures. The 1967 Washington quarter is no exception. The absence of a mint mark, once intended to make the coin seem ordinary, has instead made it extraordinary. That small blank space has become a symbol of its unique place in U.S. coinage history. For collectors, it adds mystery, and for dreamers, it adds a thrill of possibility. The chance that the coin in their hand is no ordinary quarter, but a piece of numismatic gold disguised as copper nickel. If you happen to own a 1967 Washington quarter, do not underestimate it. Do not spend it at face value, and do not dismiss it as worthless simply because it appears worn or dirty. The true value of a coin lies not only in its shine, but in its story, its rarity, and the desire it sparks in collectors worldwide. With the right coin in your possession, you are holding the power to transform your fortune overnight. So, guard your 1967 Washington quarter carefully, especially if it shows signs of being something beyond the ordinary. It may look like a simple piece of change, but in the world of collectors, it has the potential to make you a legend. History, rarity, and value are converged in this remarkable coin, and for the lucky few who possess the right one, unimaginable wealth may be just around the corner next up. The Washington quarter dollar coin of the United States of America, particularly the 1995 P Mint Mark silver coin, hold a place of intrigue and fascination in the long history of American numismatics. To the untrained eye, it may appear as just another quarter, but to coin collectors and historians, it carries with it whispers of value, rarity, and even life-changing fortune. When spoken of in numismatic circles, the 1995 P quarter often becomes more than just metal. It transforms into a symbol of how something small, when truly rare, can hold unimaginable power in today's coin market. The P Mint mark on this 1995 quarter reveals that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the nation's oldest and most historically significant mints. Philadelphia coins often carry subtle variations, minting errors, and experimental characteristics that, if discovered, can elevate the value of what might otherwise seem ordinary. While millions of 1995 quarters were produced, only a fraction are believed to carry certain striking anomalies or conditions that set them apart from the rest. This scarcity is what creates the aura of exclusivity and mystery around this coin. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that have either unusual die errors, double strikes, or rare conditions, and the 1995p silver variant has surfaced in numismatic conversations as one of those coins that, under the right circumstances, can fetch unimaginable sums. A coin in dirty or circulated condition, as you describe, might not immediately strike someone as valuable, but history has shown time and again that such conditions sometimes cloak hidden gems, coins overlooked by the casual eye but recognized by an expert as treasures worth millions. What makes this quarter even more captivating is its place within the broader history of the Washington Quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the series carried forward with various design modifications, metal compositions, and mint experiments. By 1995, the coin was still being produced in both clad and silver versions, and it is within the silver issues that extraordinary value can sometimes be found. These silver quarters were not produced for mass circulation, but rather for collectors, making them inherently scarcer. Now imagine stumbling upon a 1995p silver quarter in your possession, hidden among old change or inherited in collection, and suddenly realizing it is no ordinary coin. Stories abound of individuals who discover such rarities tucked away in drawers, jars, or dusty boxes, only to later learn they are holding a piece worth millions. This is where the coin crosses from being an artifact of history into a beacon of destiny, carrying the power to alter fortunes overnight. The numismatic market thrives on rarity and demand, and when both collide, values can skyrocket to unimaginable levels. The 1995p silver quarter, especially with unusual attributes or errors, is rumored to command millions in certain speculative valuations. To some, this sounds unbelievable, but history is filled with instances where small coins, once dismissed as pocket change, went on to be auctioned for life-changing amounts. In this sense, the 1995p quarter represents the dream coin, a symbol of how fortune can hide in the most unexpected places. Its value lies not just in the silver it carries, nor solely in its date and mint mark, but in the story it tells. Each coin is a witness to history, struck during a time when America was entering the last decade of the 20th century, balancing between tradition and modernity. Owning such a coin means holding a tangible link to that moment in history, while simultaneously grasping an object that the market has elevated to mythical proportions. Even coins found in dirty or worn condition can possess astonishing value if they belong to rare minting runs or contain specific die errors. Collectors often describe this as the magic of numismatics, the thrill of the hunt and the ecstasy of the find. The 1995p silver quarter has become one of those coins whose legend grows precisely because so many are still searching for the one that will transform their lives. Imagine for a moment selling such a coin at auction. The bids would soar as collectors from across the globe, each with their own passion for history and rarity, battled to possess it. The hammer could fall at a price so astronomical that it leaves the owner stunned, their life forever changed by a single piece of silver measuring just under an inch in diameter. That is the transformative power people attach to the 1995p silver quarter. In the history of American coinage, certain dates and mint marks stand out like shining stars. The 1995p silver quarter holds this place because of its mystique, its limited presence, and the way the market whispers of unimaginable fortunes tied to it. It reminds us that history does not always reveal its treasures openly. Sometimes they are hidden, waiting for the right hands to uncover them. This coin also teaches a deeper lesson about patience, curiosity, and the willingness to look more closely at the things we often take for granted. While many see coins only as currency, those who see them as pieces of history, art, and legacy understand why certain ones transcend into the realm of priceless treasures. The 1995p quarter, with its silver sheen and storied reputation, embodies this very transformation. So if you happen to possess a 1995p silver Washington quarter, do not be hasty in dismissing it or exchanging it for mere cents. You may be holding the very key to unimaginable wealth, a coin that in today's market has the power to elevate you into the realm of millionaires, perhaps even billionaires, Overnight, history, rarity, and fortune converge in its metallic surface, and for those fortunate enough to possess it, destiny itself may be rewritten.